Step inside my twisted world, where heroes will collide. Villains aren't the only evil, there are no fucking sides. Every match will test their stats, every loss and win are weighed. Any chance they thought they had could all end up in vain on Combo Breaker.
Space, the final frontier. We often fantasize about what could happen up there. I mean, hell, think of all the sci-fi shit we like to talk about and love, like Halo, Star Wars, but I don't think anyone expects to see these two floating around up there. I'm of course talking about today's fighters. Stitch, my personal favorite Disney character and Disney movie altogether, and Rocket Raccoon, the furry firepower of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh dear God, it's been so long since Stitch was on my show. I mean, look, when was he last on here? Oh yeah, he destroyed Invader Zim, and that was it. That's all we had for him. But Stitch actually is finally back, and he has some pretty unique powers to talk about. He can heal himself slowly over time with a healing factor. He's got razor sharp claws, along with the ability to sprout out antennas and spines, and even 2 extra arms. He can also roll around in a ball for extra mobility, but unlike Sonic, he doesn't get to rip through things in this ball form. He also has super senses and some degree of Toon Force. He also is extremely resistant to heat, electricity, energy, and plasma shots, plus he can spit acid. Now, Stitch typically carries 4 plasma pistols, and that's all he really ever uses, other than maybe a chainsaw that he used twice. Stitch is abnormally strong, as he consistently picks up cars and swings them like baseball bats, and he is shown to be stronger than Experiment 619, who was able to destroy a super large blizzard and return Kauai to its normal climate. Also, he's able to overpower the other experiment that started the blizzard in the first place. The blizzard the size of a small country or large island. I mean, whichever way you really want to look at it. And Stitch can lift up to 360,000 pounds, and he has bitten a minivan and uprooted trees before, and he has hit golf balls with so much force they catch fire while going through the air. That's ridiculous. Stitch is fast enough to react and dodge plasma shots and electricity with ease, and he's moved so fast his body's become a blur, and he's even caught plasma shots and thrown them right back at the shooter before. Now, Stitch is stupidly durable, as he survived hits from Splody Head, aka 619, who could altogether revert a blizzard and change Kauai back to its normal temperature, and he survived driving a gas tanker into a volcano and then having it fucking explode. He's also been shot by thousands of plasma shots before, and was fine afterwards, and even caught the fist of an experiment who runs so fast that he can split cars in half with his speed alone. Now, Stitch is also super smart, as he's escaped capture multiple times and even escaped prison. He can think faster than a supercomputer, and according to Jumba, Stitch knows molecular physics. I don't even know physics. But he's not flawless. He can't swim, snow scares him. Also, if an object weighs even an ounce over that 360,000 pounds that I mentioned earlier, he can't lift it or even move it altogether. Oh dear Star-Lord. Oh god, that was a bad pun, I'm sorry. I usually save those for the end. I love Guardians of the Galaxy so much. It was a great set of movies, and Rocket Raccoon is by far one of the best characters in the movie. Rocket carries multiple guns, like his favorite ion cannon, or his laser cannon that he explains to be the juiciest killware seen anywhere in ages. But we all know that's not true because the BFG exists, and that's the world's juiciest killware. He also has a sleep gas grenade and a combustion cannon, as well as his trusty laser pistol. Now, Rocket Raccoon is actually stupidly strong. We know this, well, at least his weapons are. We know this because he refers to the Punisher's weapons as pop guns. Keep in mind the Punisher has some of the most high-grade guns known to man, so this should give you a nice scale to where to start with Rocket Raccoon's weapons. He's capable of scaling buildings and trees, and he should have the strength comparable to that of Baby Groot, who can throw around full-grown people. He's fought Gamora before physically, and his guns are strong enough that they can destroy small spaceships. He's capable of keeping up with Star-Lord in combat, who can dodge laser shots, and he's kept up with Gamora physically. Plus, he's even fought Deadpool, who could dodge multiple bullets at close range. Now, Rocket Raccoon's also incredibly durable. He's survived being beaten by goons in prison, as well as Gamora and Deadpool, and he's even survived shots from laser weapons before. Now, Rocket Raccoon's also a fucking genius, as he's invented multiple weapons and bombs, and he's even escaped prison on more than one occasion. However, he's ideally with Groot and... However, he's not perfect. Ideally, he would have Groot by his side, and to have most of the damage be taken by Groot. So by himself, he is kind of vulnerable. Not to say he doesn't have any experience by himself, but he's most typically seen with Groot, and Groot's kind of the bullet sponge of the two, so without him, he definitely is at a disadvantage. Alright, our combatants are set. Let's see which furry space menace would come out on top in a fight to the death. Raccoon is flying his ship through space as he sees a big red battleship fly in front of him. Rocket smiles as he flies his ship over and parks it on top of Stitch's ship and hops right in and climbs into the ship. Rocket then sits in the air vents and looks down to see Stitch piloting the ship. Rocket then hops down and sneaks up behind Stitch before grabbing him and putting him into a sleeper hold. Stitch then starts to struggle as Rocket Raccoon tightens his hold on Stitch, but Stitch chomps down on Rocket's arm, causing him to bleed from his arm. Rocket then stumbles back in pain as Stitch jumps at him and tackles in the ground and sends out his claws and slashes at Rocket. Rocket Raccoon then pushes Stitch off him and stands back up and pulls out a large plasma rifle and fires at Stitch, who catches the plasma shot, leaps into the air, and slams it straight down towards Rocket, who rolls out of the way. The blast explodes on the ground, causing a hole to be in the middle of the ship. Stitch then lands, extending out his other arms as he runs at Rocket full speed. Rocket throws down a gas grenade, causing Stitch to start coughing as Rocket rushes over and slashes across Stitch's face and bites down on Stitch's head. Stitch then spits into Rocket's eye, burning his eye, as Stitch picks him up and throws him through a wall. Rocket then tries to stand back up, but Stitch walks over and puts one of his blasters in Rocket's mouth and fires, blowing Rocket's head clean off his body. As Stitch then puts his gun away and walks back over to the pilot's chair and continues to steer the ship. Big thanks to Coronel Keith. Alright, so our winner is Stitch, and for really good reason too. So starting out with strength and durability, you see Stitch is capable of fighting and overpowering two experiments who have the kinetic energy output necessary to completely change the climate of an island with the ice and fire powers respectively. Yes, Stitch has island level strength and durability, believe it or not. But Rocket sadly can't keep up. Yeah, he's physically fought Gamora and his guns can destroy spaceships, but that's really nothing compared to what Stitch does. So what about speed then? Well, Rocket Raccoon can actually keep pace with someone like Star-Lord who can dodge lasers, but Stitch is able to dodge lightning and catch plasma shots. So while Rocket's definitely faster, it's not enough to give him a win. Now, Rocket's definitely packing a lot of heat, but most of his weapons aren't going to be anything too new for Stitch to deal with. Not to mention with his overpowering strength and defense, these weapons aren't going to do much to it. So what about intelligence? I mean, Rocket is a fucking genius, and he's broken out of prison multiple times and taken out trained people like Gamora, but even the Punisher. But Stitch can think faster than an alien supercomputer, so yeah, there's not much Rocket can do there either. Looks like Rocket Raccoon's gonna leave this battle in stitches. Our winner is Stitch. Next time on Combo Breaker.
Go get him, Frank!
Whoa, whoa, whoa! You want me to go up against him? He's gonna kill me!
Yup, the long-awaited match. Jason Voorhees versus Frank West. First of all, let me thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this to any friends you know who like versus debates. And, tell me what you think of the next match. Give me your predictions, maybe suggest matches in the comments, and they might happen.